Hello everyone, welcome to Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection. My name's Tyrone and today I have to show you the third wave of the 2022 Matchbox moving parts. This is number 35 of a big 50. Easier to see now how they're going to give us 50 different cars because there are going to be obviously some recolours. This one tells the story. It's the 2016 Corvette Stingray in blue. We've already had it this year in the moving parts in red. Blue is nice. There's the back. This is the only time I'll show you the back of the card. Don't know what info you glean from those, but there you are. Let's get it open. Let's take a squizzy. Oh yeah, nice blue. And well worth an opening part up front with that engine. That's good. It's really good. But it closes for the first and last time in my collection. Anywho, 2016 Corvette Stingray on the base. It's 2017 copyrighted and looking really nice in that blue. Really nice. Still got the old interior, but that's okay. Really sleek looking car, isn't it? Let's rip through them. Number 9 of 50 is a new Seagrave. Matchbox have given us a lot of Seagrave fire engines in the past, but this is an updated version. And the first time, I think, in moving parts. I'll bring the old ones on to show you in a second, but let's take a look at this one. If you're the type of collector who doesn't take things off the card or out of the packet, beware, because there's a rubber band on this one. It's going to wreck your paint job. If I can get it out. Yikes. Resistance. I've seen a lot of it and overcome it all. Yeah, so we've got ourselves one of those little lackey bands. Get off. Not kind to paint work. Slide that on in for a full extension. If you happen across a couple of very tiny firemen, now you have a very tiny fire ladder for them. So that can go over there. Actually, I haven't really shown it to you yet, have I? El Segundo on the side to match all the other El Segundo emergency vehicles. Getting quite a crew now, which is good. Really beefy looking fire truck. Dazzle you with delight and chrome. That's a nice deep red. And that push in. Let's tempt fate and force it. When in doubt, use unreasonable force. Not in scale with the Corvette, but it wasn't ever meant to be. I'm going to hold off on the Mazda because we'll get through this one pretty quickly. I think this is like the 4th DIVCO van truck delivery vehicle. 26 of 50. This time in Skipper's shaved ice in very vivid yellow and green and orange. Well, it's a cheerful colour, and opening parts are those slimline back doors. Not much shaved ice to be seen, but it's okay. Can't all be serious, can it? It is only a toy car hobby after all. Here's the base. It's plastic, fairly inoffensive. It's okay. They are stored by themselves because the scale's so wacky. Second to last one I have to show you today, number 4 of 50. It's the 2021 Mazda MX-30. new casting, and I believe that's a metal base, metal tailgate. We're making a habit of doing that, which I'm very much enjoying. See if we can get it open now that I've slammed it. That's what's in the cargo area. Perhaps we'll see a variant. We'll get to the subject of variants very shortly. They've gone for a strange undercoaty colour. Had another undercoat one to show you, but it didn't make it out of the collection. But I'll show you some other Mazdas. Mazda and Matchbox have been around in their little cohort together. Is that the CX-5? Yeah, CX-5. There's the MX-5 next to it now. And the little fella, Mazda 3. And way before that, they gave us this one, the Mazda 2. And I love this thing. Really sporty little number. And pretty decent interior too. 2015 Mazda MX-5 Miata. And way before that, this one came out of Hong Kong from Matchbox. Those strange little wheels. One of the last super fast RX-7. Opening parts. Nobody said anything about it back then. They just gave it. And I think that's just a switcheroo on the colour. And we've got this one from the early 80s in the RX-7. That'll be Macau. Yep, made in Macau. Again, opening parts, and even more detail than you'd expect these days on those taillights. So, plenty of Mazdas to keep you entertained. Put those over there, bring the stars a little forward. Oh, I forgot to show you all the Seagraves. That was the Seagrave previously from Matchbox. In the older shape. And they gave us Seagrave in all sorts of colours. I was wondering what they were going to do with it this time. And of course, they gave us a completely new casting in the moving parts. So off you go, fellas. Put those over there. Okay, and the fifth one is my favourite. 1975 Range Rover, 19 of 50. Did they get it right? Let's compare with the old school. Now there is a variant on this. If you're lucky enough to find two, I think you'll be lucky enough to find one actually. We'll take a quick look at that. Not much to see here, folks. There's a lot going on in the moulded plastic engine, but probably a modifier's delight. But what a lovely shape. Really, really cool. The wheels match. Everything's funky about this. This one is a right-hand drive. It also comes in left-hand drive, but as I say, I think if you pick up one, count yourself lucky, because these will be hard to find. Sweet. Now, I was about to tell you this has suspension, but I think it's just a little bit rocky on its axles. That's a metal bonnet. So, before we get to the ones I'll compare it to, Land Rover or Range Rover is having a good old run in the moving parts from Matchbox. And there's the old clunker. They can supply us with new ones of these any old time they like. So the very original, isn't it? Something like that. What do you think? And I know there's no point just recreating this because that ain't going to wash. No one's going to go for it. It's got to be new, it's got to be different. But how do you think it fares? Different model, but comparable, definitely. I'm loving it. Absolutely. And of course, building the ultimate Matchbox car collection, we can just flood the table now with all the variants of what I think is the star of the show. Who else? You. And you. Actually, better bring him out front, being the star. And even if it's not moving parts, Matchbox have quite often nailed the big fella. Plenty of those around, and they went really funky on us recently, didn't they? That was with the Mattel Creations with the rubber tyres and oh so perfectly muddied wheels. That's fine. And again, without moving parts, but such a classic shape. And can't forget the original from the 60s. So clear the deck a little to end up with what we're actually here to show you. Move away, move away. Gonna keep that one out front, put that one there. So what do you think? That's the third wave of the 2022 moving parts from Matchbox. Clearly making 50 different cars for one single season is a bit crazy. That would stretch any company, and now we know how they're going to do it. They're just going to give us some recolours of some really popular castings. More of this, please. Love it. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.